Have you ever had neighbors so awful that you start thinking, is this real life or did I move next door to the gates of hell? All right, let's put my AirPods in and let's start. What is he saying? We're having a party? Okay. Here he goes.
Hey, quit it! I'm the cops! Chill!
I think she should call the cops. What is this? He's being so aggressive. You should knock first.
Okay. Oh, my bad. My bad. I'm so... Oh, shit.
What is happening? What do you mean, my bad?
Okay. Okay. Oh, my God. Ah. What is that?
You chill, dude. What the hell?
Why haven't we already fucked?
Are you trying to break in or something? What are you doing? He's crazy. Like, what the hell? I sure hope she called the cops immediately and showed them this footage. Was he on something? Like, his behavior was absolutely crazy. Can you imagine him getting in? Jeez, you never know who you live next door to, right? She should get a restraining order for sure, because that was crazy and that was scary. This is why you should never live in an HOA.
You've got to be home, okay? See how I picked up this package? Very cutesy. Very demure. We pick up our packages. We don't leave them on the porch all day long. We pick them up and we put them inside. Very cutesy. Very demure. We put them inside so the neighbors don't have to look at them and so that thieves are not attracted to our neighborhood. Very cutesy. Very demure. Learn a thing or two.
Stop saying this cutesy and demure.
You know what? You can pick this package up
Why do I want to punch you?
from my house because, again, we shouldn't be attracting thieves into our neighborhood.
Obviously she attracted you. You're a thief. My goodness, I'm fuming right now. Very cutesy, very demure. No! Ah, she literally just stole your package. Call the cops. And this is just the second video.
Woke up and found squatters living in our house.
Hi, who are you? This is our house.
This is not your home.
Yes, this is. No, get the fuck out.
This is not your... No.
Cops are calling now.
Because I
He knows you're full of shit. Just get out. Just get out. You took that out of the front yard?
along with the other two signs because I'm interested in purchasing this home, but there's obviously been some sort of mix-up. It's not happening.
Obviously.
Who did you purchase the home from, sir?
Woke
There
up
you go.
and found squatters.
If you didn't know, lady, that's not what you do when you want to purchase a home. You definitely don't go inside and start living there and just take the signs off of the yard.
So you setting the place on fire where I live at. I just saw you and I got cameras. Yeah? What you gonna do? Oh my God. I got my kids in the house.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
He's absolutely
Oh my God,
crazy. Oh my, okay. There's the cops. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine having a neighbor like that? Like, What do you do? What if he does this in the middle of the night and really sets your house on fire? There's a lot of unhealthy people out there. It's just scary.
Hello?
Hey, hi, how are you today?
I'm okay. How can I help you?
You know, I couldn't sleep at all last night.
Oh.
I've been
Why?
sneezing. I have this rash. Do you see how red my face is?
A little bit.
The problem is your house is painted green.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to grass. You know that because I've already told you when you moved in.
Huh?
Remember?
Vaguely.
Remember.
Vaguely.
Remember, I told you not to paint your house green. Please paint it a different color. I can't stand it. Every time, don't say hell. Every time I walk by your house, I sneeze. My skin is peeling.
Because
it's
of
red.
the paint?
From your color, yes. You can have it pink. You can have it purple, blue, green. No green.
Green, but no green. I'm sorry, sir, but if you're allergic to grass, then probably you shouldn't live there. You should live in Alaska, I think, where there's no grass. But you're definitely not allergic to a color, green. My goodness, some people are absolutely ridiculous. And he's probably so bored with his life. That's why he's doing that. Because there's no way he's thinking that he could be allergic to a color green.
What kind of neighborhood are you guys living in? Because when me and my husband purchased this home 2 years ago, that I'm very lucky and I'm very grateful that we were able to buy a house, I thought, in my delusional state, that the neighborhood we would purchase our first home in would be so good. You know, everyone would open their arms to us in a warm hug of friendship, okay? People would wave to us. There would be no problems. That was my fault for believing that, because that's not real. We got Kevin on the corner, who's a self-proclaimed mechanic, no training, who sells car parts, which I know he legally does not obtain, and he just leaves buckets of neon green goo out all the time. He also has about 1 million cars, 3 RVs, and a bunch of kids running around, which is fine. I've had to talk to Kevin multiple times about keeping his shit together, okay? And he's good. He works with me, but he's also the worst. He's a little bit of a drug problem, so sometimes at 3 in the morning, he is sawing shit in the backyard. I don't love that, Kevin. Okay, we got homegirl over here who is obsessed with my husband. She's about 55, retired welder. She has nothing to do but wait for my husband to get home. She runs out to greet him. She looks at me with death in her eyes. She wants to kill me. And I would try it. I could take her. I really think I could. Okay. And then we have a family that lives over here, which they are nice. However, they literally have a garage sale every Saturday. Every Saturday they're having a garage sale. And I love a side hustle, I do. But I know if I leave my house, if I leave my spot, if I try to come back within at least like 3 hours, the spot will be gone. Someone is taking it because they're going to this garage sale. I don't know how much they have to sell. It's an endless supply. It's always new things. And then we have 2 streets up. When we first moved in, I was walking my dogs on the, on the sidewalk on their leashes, and their dog ran out, attacked me and my dogs. And that was really scary. And like things happened, except the lady ignored it. She got her dog, didn't say sorry, didn't say like, are you okay? And every time she sees me, she like literally just leaves. Like she doesn't act like she knows me. Traumatizing. Anyways, with that being said, it's not all bad because I do have Jim. Let me tell you about Jim. Jim is about 65, retired, okay? And he does about 3 walks a day around the neighborhood just to make sure everything's going well, okay? And when I first started going on my hot girl walks, we would run into each other, and we, over time, developed a friendship. Okay, now he brings treats for my dogs. He's always on the phone, and every time he sees me, he goes, hey, my friend's here, I gotta hang up. And he hangs up, and we have a conversation, and it's so good. And the best thing about him is he is the town gossip. He knows what's going on, when it's going on, and where it's going on. I love Jim, okay? I thought I'd give you the tea for today that Jim told me. Jim has grown up in this neighborhood his whole life. His parents bought a house literally 3 houses down from me. And he's just kind of moved around the neighborhood a little bit. He loves it here. I'm not sure why, but he does, okay? And he was telling me that his neighbor, the pastor, he's a pastor, has a little problem, okay? And the problem is a lot of people have been abandoning cars in our neighborhood, like taking the parts off of them and abandoning them there. Is it Kevin, my neighbor? It could be. I'm not sure, but like, I'm not going to say that. And so the pastor, being who he is, has called the police multiple times. And the city doesn't care. This is like such a big problem in my neighborhood that the car will sit there for years. Okay, and it's taking a spot where the pastor parks, okay? So Jim said, I'm taking it into my own hands. And this is what Jim did. And if any of you guys rat on Jim, I will find you and I'll take you down. Okay, Jim figured out how to get into the car. And he figured out how to put it into neutral. And Jim is thinking about rolling it into the middle of the street until the town does something about it. And he says he will continue to do that if they just move it back into the same place. The pastor knows what's going on, and I think he said God's cool with it. So that's what Jim's doing. Jim's taking care of the neighborhood. So I might not have a good core community, but I have Jim. And that's all I need. And we love Jim. I really think that's all I need. What kind of neighborhood are you guys?
Someone says, wait, y'all talk to your neighbors? Yeah, I get this. First mistake, wanting to be friends with your neighbors. I guess. I am friends with some of our neighbors. They are really good people. That almost all of them are like over 50, so they're pretty nice, pretty cool. Not the sirens in the background of your video. Yes, I thought the same thing. I'm definitely starting a GM series. Yes, that would be such a great idea. And about the dogs, I have a story of my own. So we had a situation like 2 years ago with my son Alex. So we were going to the park through our neighborhood, and as we're passing by this house, a dog runs out of the backyard and charges at us. It was like a boxer or something. It was a pretty big dog, and I got so scared, and my son got so scared, and I had a tripod in my hands, and I was like ready to hit the dog. However, my son, because he got so scared, he started running away from me in the opposite direction, and the dog started running after him. And I was terrified. All I could do is just yell, "Alex, stop!" And he stopped, and the dog stopped as well. And I told him, "Stay still, don't provoke the dog." And we were just like all standing there, like for a couple of seconds, like frozen. And then finally the owner called the dog from the inside the house, and the dog ran back inside. However, nobody went out. Nobody asked us if we were okay, if the child was okay. I was so mad. And then there were two ladies a little farther from us. They were watching this whole situation, witnessing this whole situation. I guess they were the neighbors of this dog's owner. That surprised me so much, because they were just like, "Oh my goodness, well, this never happens. This is such a good dog." That's all they said. All they said. Not, "How are you guys? Are you okay? Oh my gosh, do you need help?" Like, I was so surprised and so mad. My son got so scared. Thankfully, everything was okay. Nobody got hurt, but that was a scary situation. And you know what? I don't blame the dog. A dog is a dog. I blame the owners, because they are responsible for their pet. So please watch your pets, everybody. Anyways, I just wanted to vent.
Stickers are offending you. You've come over here to complain about me putting Christmas lights up with my children.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've had my own house. I should be allowed to put Christmas lights up whenever I want to. How dare you come over here and shout at me about Christmas lights? Being serious?
Yeah,
right?
I did right. I'm being
little.
serious.
I've got little kids.
Well, I've got kids that are grown up now, and even they don't want to see this.
Putting my own Christmas lights up in my own house.
That's
with
right.
my own children. How dare you? Come to my house and complain about my Christmas lights. This is the first time I've ever owned a house. Okay. I'm excited, all right? And so are my children. How dare you?
I get excited, but I don't want to get excited when I come home and see when I drive
You
up here.
are a miserable man. You're a miserable man coming over here and complaining to me.
No, listen.
What do you do with your life if that's all you've got to do? Come over here and complain about Christmas lights? Are you being serious? What, yes. Santa stickers are offending you? You come over here to complain about me.
He definitely chose the wrong woman to mess with. I love her tone. It's perfect. Yes, that's right. Some people have nothing else to do. Also right. Don't take your lights off until Easter. Yeah, be petty. Be petty. Throw a bucket of water over him. Well, maybe just don't do that. I don't know. Add more lights with your babies. Petty. Be petty. Haha, he picked the wrong woman to mess with. Yes, I loved it. Because you know what? Whenever you watch these videos, people oftentimes they are caught off guard and they don't know what to say and how to defend themselves. That definitely wasn't her case. She did great.
On today's episode of Shitty Neighbors, I've lived here for a decade and I've never once had an issue with them not picking up my trash until today. So I call them to figure out why. And they tell me it's because people down there parking on the street when they're not supposed to is preventing the garbage truck from being able to get around that turn right there. And that they're going to no longer be able to pick up my trash for as long as people are parking on the street down there. So I get off the phone with them and I come out here. And just as I hit right here in my driveway, the gentleman comes out of his apartment and I holler down there and I say, hey, they're refusing to pick up my trash because you're parked on the street and they can't maneuver the garbage truck around that corner. Is there any way on Monday nights you could maybe park in the parking lot in the back where you have a parking space instead of right there? That way they can pick up my trash. I only asked for them to do this on Monday nights.
Of course they
now,
said no.
As he's telling me no, his dog is running at me full speed, leaves his property, comes into my property, and proceeds to jump all over me and leave scratches all over my body. But what does he tell me? No, that's where I park my cars. You're going to have to figure something else out. That's your problem.
So I saw in the comments that some people said that she should be able to get a sign like no parking during these hours on, let's say, Monday or something like that. They're pretty easy to get, so that could be a solution. No parking on the street. However, I'm also a little bit confused. Can they refuse a service to you because of this reason? Because of your neighbor parking their car on the street? Like, that sounds bizarre. And the fact that they didn't call you at all and tell you this, you called them. And then they told you that they wouldn't be able to pick up your trash anymore if that neighbor continues to park his car on the street. That sounds a little bit weird, doesn't it? Unprofessional at the very least. I'm sorry. He's married?
We got plug back Texas. You all let it fucking happen.
Well, I mean, you know what? We all need to vent sometimes. And we don't know. Maybe his wife is a very strict and scary woman and he just can't tell all of this to her face. Well, hope you have better neighbors than these. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and until the next one.